Honey, what's got you so upset?
I just watched the new Taylor Swift video, and I'm feeling some type of way about it. My friends raved about it being this empowering song for gay rights. And a lot of queer celebrities that I admire participated in the video. I wasn't too fazed by the video until they depicted these protesters who were supposed to be villains. The opposition to equality. They were all dressed in flannel and overalls, carrying misspelled signs, clearly supposed to be read as unintelligent. They even made some of them toothless, which was obviously supposed to indicate poverty as well. And all the while, it was happening in a trailer park, which feels even more frustrating. If they wanted to depict those in opposition to queer existence, why not show politicians, clergy, legislators? Instead, the video played into the hillbilly stereotype. But in reality, the hillbillies are my people. I'm them. I just didn't see myself as any of the liberated gays with their elaborate costumes and makeup. My reality, my presentation is far more akin to the bad guys in the video. I mean, am I overreacting? I guess it's just a video and...
I'll stop you right there, sweetie. This is not an overreaction. It's actually a part of a much larger problem that plagues the queer community. Have you ever heard the term metronormativity? Well, let me tell you, this is nothing new. Back when I was a young dyke growing up in these very hills, I felt my rural existence was in opposition to gay culture. I didn't have access to Instagram to connect with other rural queers, or even realize they were out there. What you saw in that video sounds like textbook metronormativity. Metronormativity is a big word for the very prevalent belief that rural queer life is non-existent, or somehow less important or authentic than queer life in urban areas. The media perpetuates this, as you just witnessed from that video, and therefore, metro queers get access to more resources, more coverage, and therefore dictate the narrative of what it means to look, act, and be queer. All the while, those in rural areas are conflated with bigotry, in direct opposition to queer life. These depictions, like in that video, have very serious consequences. It's more than just not recognizing yourself among the likes of Ellen or RuPaul. These stereotypes are so pervasive they reverberate through these hollers until we have to fight hard not to internalize them. Everything from imposter syndrome for rural queers to addiction and even suicide. Metronormativity works to erase the experiences and existence of rural queers, such as you and myself.
It hurts to think that the queer community in cities don't seem to care about this. That the friends who sent that video to me didn't recognize the harm being done by it. Don't folks care that they're participating in erasing our culture and community, even though we're just as queer as they are?
Unfortunately, it seems many do not. In fact, I heard GLAAD gave an award to Taylor for this very video, the Vanguard Award, given to those exemplifying allyship to the LGBTQ community.
I'm not interested in an ally that only cares to promote one type of queer, while actively dismissing or even demonizing the others. Sure, GLAAD can claim Taylor lifted up the polished mainstream homos, but the cost of the ones out here in the hills and hollers, the homesteading resilient us and ours?
Exactly. Metronormativity is upheld by organizations just like GLAAD, who offer publicity and praise and resources to urban queers. Meanwhile, rural queers have to battle to even be acknowledged, much less bestowed anything as tangible as awards or funds.
Well, what can we do? I don't just want to surrender. How can we make sure our voices are heard and valued?
We support one another. Let me show you something. I'm still learning all of this social media stuff, but a friend of mine showed me a few accounts that I think you should take a look at. Even if metronormative queer society doesn't care to appreciate it, there's a rich tapestry of rural queers creating beautiful, magical content, making media, telling stories, bringing to life the queer power of rural queer magic. It's in these creations that you can see threads of yourself, woven with the multitude of others in rural spaces. These works make space for you to see yourself fully, not some caricature of yourself.
I'm grateful to see artists and performers working against the dominant narrative. I'll be sending this to the friends of mine who shared Taylor's video.
Exactly. Share their work with your city friends. Promote it. Since organizers like GLAAD clearly aren't going to, we've got to fight against the idea that rural voices are less important and instead uplift the valuable work happening right here in these woods, these back roads, this home of ours.
I will. I absolutely will. But will you? Give your money to rural queer makers and creators, not those participating in our erasure. We need GLAAD and the like to stop telling us it gets better and start to do better. Let's end metronormativity today.